Welcome back to News 8 at 11. 61-year-old Aleta Lung is being remembered by her family tonight as a dedicated mother, grandmother, and nurse who cared for her patients like her own children. This week, she was found dead in her Grand Rapids home with her one-time boyfriend as the lead suspect in her death. New tonight, News 8's Byron Tollefson talked with her daughters as they continue to process this unimaginable loss.
Aleta Lung knew something was wrong. No one had heard from her mother, 61-year-old Aleta Lung, in days. She hadn't shown up for work either.
If I call, she'll answer. And then as soon as I hung up the phone, I just got this really eerie fear.
She eventually went to her mother's home off the East Beltline on Wednesday. There, she saw something that no daughter should ever have to see.
I went and I seen her, and it was just, I've never seen something like, I've never seen anything like that, number one, and for it to be my mom, somebody who just didn't deserve that.
Police believe Aleta had been dead for 2 or 3 days before they found her body. An autopsy determined that she had died of blunt force trauma.
All these signs, I was just like, where's Randy? She said she had called his phone numerous times, he hadn't been answering.
47-year-old Randy Buckner, Aleta's one-time boyfriend, was the suspect on police's radar. The same day that Aleta was found, police say they found Buckner driving her car in New Mexico. Police took him into custody to face an open murder charge.
At the end of the day, knowing that you could never call your mom for anything is insane to me. She wasn't sick, you just stripped her away from her whole family. You took everything that she loved, everything that she worked so hard for. Her house is just still beautiful. It still smelled like her, except for that one spot. That's crazy.
Police say that Buckner has a history of domestic violence. Law enforcement sources tell News 8 that police were called to her home in June 2024, and she told them that Buckner was going to kill her. While Aleta's daughters say they had no idea, they noticed some signs of mental abuse.
Things that she would tell us, things that he said where I was like, that's not something somebody would tell you that truly cared about you.
Sometimes she would act distant. They'd break up and get back together while the daughters didn't know. There were other concerning signs.
Recently, there was an incident to where she had told her best friend he had pulled her hair, and she tripped over a rug and she had a mark on her. And I'm like, that's all signs of abuse. We know for sure. If you're saying you tripped over a rug and you fell on a door, that truly doesn't happen.
Her daughters recall that she once warned them about the signs of domestic violence.
It's just heartbreaking that somebody who, preached all the right things didn't see the signs herself very early on, and that when she called out for help, there wasn't any physical signs.
If you are a victim or know someone who is struggling with domestic violence, we have a link to resources on our website, woodtv.com. There, we also have a link to a GoFundMe to support the family during this time. In Grand Rapids, Byron Tollefson, News 8.